everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Eve. This is Everyday Artist, and welcome. To those of you that have newly subscribed, thank you very much, and for returning viewers, thank you. This is Rogue, who will probably lay down behind me and you won't be able to see her, but she was so happy that it was time to film, weren't you? It is January 16th, I believe, and we are halfway through January. There's a car parked outside, so she has to bark at it. Okay, so I have mostly cross stitch. I have continued to be sick all week. Haven't done much besides, cross stitch and sit around. I've been trying to on Christmas, but I have to do it slowly because I run out of air. But it's getting done, and it's not an emergency, so it'll get done as it gets done. So I do want to start with a gift that our Three Sisters Creative channel received. The return address is the Double Cross Stitcher, but there's no, I don't know if that's who sent it to us, or there was no note included, but thank you to whoever sent it to us, the Three Sisters Creative. And in there was the Nebby Needle, Hope Blooms. And this was designed an inspiration for cancer patients. So that's nice. And then also plant paws. Those are cute, aren't they? I suspect my sister Beth will want to do this one. And the last one is Soul Gardeners, and it says, "Friends are the gardeners of our souls." Isn't that cute? And that is by Stitchy Pros. The plant paws is by Darling and Whimsy, and it was a design done for the Meow the Merrier. So we are very grateful for those patterns that we received. And then, if my dog will get off of my cross stitch, that will help. Winter Cross Stitch Camp has been announced, what the challenge is, and the challenge is to do something that is a continuation or a beginning of let me see if I can get this big enough so that you can see it, of oh shoot, I chose the wrong one, hold on a second, of a collection, the continuation of a collection or the beginning of a collection. And the one I want to do is both. This is an Erica Michaels pattern, the 12 Days of Christmas. This is day 1, 2, and 3. You know, the partridge in the pear tree, and the 2 turtle doves, and the 3 calling birds, right? Well, I saw these and I really wanted to do them. I was already considering doing them, and I think that's what I'm going to get. But while I was looking for that, I'm looking on 123 Stitch. For Christmas, I got a gift certificate to the attic from my son's girlfriend. But I'm not sure that if they don't have it in stock that they would be able to get it for me in time. And I cannot go there until Friday. You can stop now. I can't go there until Friday, and they're closed today. But I will probably pick up any threads I need and stuff like that there. So, or while I was looking for those patterns, because I had seen different days of the 12 days of Christmas there at the attic already, and that's how I knew about the patterns and everything, but they didn't have 1, 2, and 3, or I would have already bought them. But I didn't want to start with the middle. I didn't want to buy the patterns in the middle if I didn't have the pattern at the beginning. I know that doesn't make any sense, but I didn't want to do it. But while I was looking for those on 1, 2, 3 stitch, I saw this little dude. Now, those of you who have been following me any length of time know that I collect snowmen. And isn't he adorable? So I might have to get that one. And then I can order the other stuff from the attic. This is absolutely gorgeous. I just absolutely adore it. And so I wouldn't mind doing that one too. And I know I do a lot of berries, but I've found that I just really enjoy them. I like looking at them. There's a dough bowl that has berries in it over here, and another dough bowl over here that I had a couple of little pillows in that were Christmas pillows, and they're fun. And because of the limited space for me to be able to put things out, I can look at them and see them, and they're easy to put away because they're small. So this Burberry may be the winner. But I do like the 12 Days of Christmas too. I do not want to get them both, but I might. We'll see. But I am excited to participate in Winter Cross Stitch Camp because I was thinking that, and Winter Cross Stitch Camp is an idea of Sherry, the Colorado Cross Stitcher. She has a YouTube channel and she has Instagram, Colorado Cross Stitcher, and there is a Facebook group, Cross Stitch Camp. And it's just periodically there are challenges, and while you could win a prize perhaps, you know, chances are you're not going to win the prize, but it's fun, and it's a little community of people doing these things. But I had thought, because last year with WIPGO and Winter Cross Stitch Camp and such, it was just a lot all at once, and I thought, well, I'm not going to try to do that. I'm not going to try to put that much stress on myself. And what I did was I made my WIPGO goals smaller so that adding whatever I wanted to add was not going to be a challenge. And I still thought that perhaps I wouldn't do Cross Stitch Camp or Winter Cross Stitch Camp. It's a virtual camp. You know, you don't have to pay any money. It's free. But I had thought perhaps I wouldn't do it just, you know, for time constraints and everything. And then I was like, okay, that one's doable, especially if I pick a berry, because I would love doing it anyway. And so I'm going to be participating this year. I'm kind of excited. So then I finished my gnome tree, except I need to attach the little bells there. This arm does not want to stick down. I thought about tacking the arms down here too, and I may still, and it kind of bothers me that I could have sworn this nose was in the middle, but you know. So he's very cute. And I may just wait until next Christmas to attach the bells, because I put them somewhere. When I was getting the room ready for Christmas, I put them somewhere. I don't know where they are. But if I find them in the next day or two, then I will attach them before I put him away for Christmas. But I think he came out adorable. I had to do the arms more than once. The first time I did the arm, I followed the instructions, but it was like short, like here. And I wanted the arms a little longer. So I had already finished off the first arm, and so I made the second one, but I just kept going and going and going until it was the length I wanted. And then the first one, rather than throwing it away, I undid the finish off and then just added in some of the cotton, just like you would if I'd run out of thread. So there we go. I'm very happy. I like the way he looks, but he needs jingle bells. Okay. Now on to cross stitch. So she can't decide where she wants to sit. I have been working on this, my own design, The Greatest Story. I have done minor edits, and I will be sending a revised pattern to those that have purchased it. Ignore the outside, it bothers you. Okay, so the edits aren't major. They're not anything major, just correcting little design mistakes and stuff. So this is the one that I was working on last. That's the shepherds in the field. I suppose technically there should be another one at the end, you know, with the wise men, you know, they're in the stable, but I'm good with this far, with just these, because it has all the elements of it. So right now I'm working on the angel talking to Mary, and it'll be done. I'm really pleased with the way that these have come out. The yellow and the white are not, it's kind of, they're very close in color. It's hard to see even in person, but I kind of like the fact that it's not glaring, the star up here, because, you know, to focus on the baby. And you can't see the baby, it's just hay. Okay. So if you're looking for a baby, there's no baby there. It's not a lot of space to put things, so that is slowly but surely getting done, and that is happy. I'm happy about that. And then my WIPGO goal was completed for the summer basket. Now, I did not finish it. I wish I had, but I didn't, but I'm okay with that. This is my progress. So on this star and the star in the middle here, I'm gonna have to put this lighter color. And on these two stars, it'll have the lighter color too. But it's coming along. I'm using DMC, what's it called, satin, to make the white stand out on this color, because the other whites I tried did not stand out on the color very well. So it's very hard to work with. And then these are deceptively easy. But if you don't get them counted exactly right, of course, they don't meet up and you can't really fudge it. So not very far to go on here still, but I did complete the goal. And I may take some of the rest of the time in this month after I finish the goal for my second WIPGO pool to keep working on it. I may not, because I'm also working on other things. And the second WIPGO pool is cute boots, X's and O's. When life is stormy, put on a pair of cute boots and dance in the rain. And I had just done this for WIPGO last year. I have not done anything on it yet this year. Yesterday I was working on the greatest story because I only have to do 10 days on here, and it was okay to spend one day not doing it. So that is where I am starting from this month. And I don't know how long I'll get in 10 days, but it'll have some progress. And that'll be good. I do have a finish. This is just threads that need to be cut off. So this is the first winter berry. Sorry, I'm like, wait a minute, I can see through that. What is that? This is the first winter berry, and it's the one color one, and I love the way it looks on this. This is Fabric Flare, 16 count Ada in blue. I didn't say the fabrics on the others, but they're both dyed myself. One, the cute boots, is 28 count even weave, and the other is Ada, and I don't remember what count it is. Okay, so that was the first of the, what am I pulling out of here? I have no idea. Of the winter berries. And then I decided to work on this one next. And I dropped it. Okay, so as I said, it's this this bird, and this is 32 count Lagana in Stormy Cloud. I looked it up and then I can't remember it. The darker one that I have like this is Stormy Night. And you know, I was going to do it on a 16 count Ada that I bought that looks very similar to this. And it looks like the Ada that I used for the Holly Jolly Berries. But like the Fabric Flare, it's painted on one side. Unlike the Fabric Flare, it is stiff as a board. I may have to return it. I mean, I'm like, I can't picture myself ever wanting to work on it. It is so stiff. And so I said, I'm glad I have some of this. And so I started on this. And it's not, what I'm doing is, I started right here, and I came down and finished the head. And then I'm going around over here to the tail. And then I'll go down and then just you know, go back and forth like this. So I'm going to get all the red done, and then I don't know if you can see, there's little snowflakes here, and they don't, white doesn't show up on this fabric, and I'm not going to use satin. It's just not going to happen. But I thought I would use Etoile, which would give it just a tiny bit of a sparkle, and it would show up a little bit. So not any more than this does. This doesn't really show up either. So, and I'm just using, I'm not using the called for threads. I just picked a red out of my stash. I think this is a Gentle Arts thread. It's charted in Turkish red, Riegsdye Works Turkish red. But I'm using a Gentle Arts color, Buckeye Scarlet. And whether they're close or not is not important to me. It's a red. So, you know, I was like, I'm just not going to go looking for, you know, some kind of thread. So, and then the last thing I have, wow, this is a really short video, isn't it? Haven't had a whole lot to do. Too sick. The 2023 Temperature Sal by, the designer is Kristin Ashley, Sapphire Mountain Handcrafts. They're the same that do the Stitching Book Club. And I really love this. It looks very Southwest. And I just love it. I think even if it's mostly all the same color, I would like it. And you know, I adjusted the temperatures, so hopefully there will be a lot of variety in between here and here, because if I had left the temperatures where they were, it would have all been the same color. So I decided to try to do some of the border and then the lines, and I did 15 stitches, and these are the little chevrons of each day, and this goes up to last Friday. Now these are going to be a different color because it has been much colder this weekend, and today it's been raining. So it'll not be in the greens like this, it'll be different. But rather than working on, I'll just work on this on Friday, and I'll try to get some of this border done, more of this border done during the week, because I didn't like doing both of them. So once I get this border down, going down, you know, to keep up with it isn't going to be a big deal. But I do want to get as much border done as I can as I'm working on it, because you know, then I'll also have the bottom border and all the flowers. So I just don't like the fact that I'm so behind on the border here, and I thought it would be about even, so, because I wasn't really counting. So yeah, I'm already liking the color variation that it has there. It's pretty. And this fabric is 14 count fabric. I believe it was an off-white color, but I don't remember. And I dyed it myself I had on gloves, and I just got the dye on my hands and then just grabbed the fabric. So that's why it's modeled like that. And it, you know, that's how come it's very random. So, and this design will not use all of this fabric. The design is going to be 8 by 10 on 14 count, and so it will not use all of the fabric over here, and it will not use all of the fabric here, but I think it'll look good with these colors. I like the fact that there is some pattern to it, so I went ahead and chose this even though it's much larger than what I needed. All right. Wow, that was fast. That is all I have. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I don't think I am. So I will see you next week. Hopefully I'll have more projects under my belt at that time. If I can get all this Christmas stuff picked up, I will pull out my sewing machine and try to get some other things done. So happy stitching, guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye.